Hey everyone, hope this is finding you all well and healthy at home with your families. We have our second week of distance learning, and it is going to be similar to the first week. But just as always, I want to make sure I give explanations and details for the assignments that I'm expecting you to do this week. So this video is details on those assignments, so you know exactly what is expected this week. Okay. Just like last week, if you head to your Google Classroom, whatever period is your class's period, under classwork and distance learning 2020, you have your week 2, 4-6 to 410 assignment log with all of the forms that you're going to need. Okay. So this weekly post, just like last week, has everything you need to finish this week's assignments. It's got all of the forms, links, and docs in here that you will need to get that work done. Okay. I'll post it just as always, 8:30 on a Monday, and it'll be up to you guys to get it done by Friday at 11:59 p.m. So no later than Friday, just before midnight. Okay. This week, you have 3 things to turn in. It tells you here that you should have 3 things turned in this week. You'll have a Quizlet for some vocabulary. We're going to do some pest management and some questions on pest management. And then lastly, your reflection, just like last week. Because distance learning is now going to be our normal for the remainder of the school year, I'm going to start integrating kind of slowly some new content or some new curriculum for you guys as we go. I know it's going to be difficult because it's a lot of information rather than application at this point, unless I assign you projects to do at home. So just be patient and kind of go along with the information. If you have questions, please make sure you're asking them. But at this point, we're all kind of learning together and going through this process one step at a time. So just make sure that you are doing your best to ask the questions that you have. Okay. As always, the first thing I'd like you guys to do is to go to that Hort assignment log and take a look at what is required for this week. As always, I am going to post this assignment log in here for you guys so that you know which assignments you have and in what order to take care of them. So first, this week for 4-6 through 410, you should be doing your pest management Quizlet. That's the learn, write, test, and match, which you guys are very familiar with. Then you have a what is pest management article with a Google form. And then lastly, your weekly reflection. So you have 3 assignments that are due this week. If you go to the Quizlet for this week, it is going to be the Pest and Pest Management Quizlet, just like you've always done. You're responsible for the learn, write, test, and match as a review in this Quizlet. Remember, I can track your progress in here as you go. So it's very important that you make sure that learn, write, test, and match are all finished before you submit this week's work. Obviously, Quizlet is something that I grade separately from Google Classroom. So I will go in and take a look to see how many people actually completed the work before I grade in Google Classroom. There's nothing to attach here, but you need to make sure that you take care of those so that your progress is showing you as complete. Once you finish the vocabulary for pest and pest management, you're going to come up here, you're going to go and open the form titled What is Pest Management? It asks you to take the link below and read an article about pests and the best measures to manage them. So if you highlight the link and go to that link, right here it says go to that specific article, it's going to look like this. This article is specific to different ways to control pests, how to manage pests when you're producing a crop, and then what are some of the ways to control those pests once you identify which pests you have. Okay, you're going to scroll down here. You'll notice that you've got questions that are associated with the actual article. So after you've read or while you're reading the article, you're going to go ahead and answer those questions for me in this Google form and then submit it when you've finished. Okay. Lastly, you have your weekly reflection. Just like last week, the reflection can be about anything that you've got on your mind at this moment. If it's schoolwork, if it's home life, whatever it is that you'd like to type about or write about. The only requirement that I have, as always, is that it is a minimum of 5 sentences. Okay, no less than 5 sentences. Reading them last week was really, really great. Some of you are having a really nice time home because a lot of the pressures of school, either social or academic, feel a little less pressing to you. Some of you are super bummed out and bored, and I'm really sorry that we aren't able to be at school. It just, a lot of us are having different experiences right now. And so I really like being able to get that information from you guys and reading how you're all doing at this time. So again, give me some information, at least 5 sentences worth. Put your name, your last name, pick the period that you're in, and then type in your entry so that I can read about what's going on with you guys right now. Those are the assignments you have this week. So please make sure that you are doing everything you can to manage your time correctly and have all 3 of those finished by Friday at 11:59. That is when these are due. There is no late work like you heard in that video about the frequently asked questions. So just make sure that you are managing your time and putting things in order for yourself so that you are successful and these things are being taken care of in the order that they're supposed to be done. When you're finished, remember, always click the turn in button. Always click that turn in button, or else I won't see the work. It will not show as done. And if you have any questions, just make sure you're getting a hold of me. Join the Remind app. Some of you added that Instagram page that I created, and then you always have email. So just make sure that you're using all of those options to your advantage and you're asking the questions you need to be successful. Otherwise, I've got nothing else for you folks. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy. I miss you all. I hope you're doing really, really well. Let me know if you need any help, and I will talk to you guys very soon.